There's one more secret I feel I have to share with you. I did not care for the Godfather.
It all began with a whisper that quickly grew into an uncontrollable storm. A small rumor had somehow traveled faster than anyone could keep up with, spreading through every corner of social media. Within hours, it seemed as if everyone had an opinion, whether they knew the facts or not. Pierre had been mostly silent during this period. For weeks, he was seen here and there, smiling politely in clips, attending events, and keeping a low profile. But he didn't comment on any of the drama swirling around him. The quiet made people even more curious. Then, without warning, his ex appeared publicly with shocking statements that instantly changed the narrative. This wasn't just a few shady remarks thrown into the void. She claimed to be revealing the true story about Aaron and Teyana Taylor, and people listened. Her first words stunned everyone. Teyana was never his type. Just 7 words, but they exploded across the internet like a bomb. Fans and bloggers immediately reacted, dissecting every implication. The comment sections became chaotic, with debates breaking out everywhere. Some dismissed her as a bitter ex, while others admired her courage for speaking her truth. But beneath that statement was a far more complicated story than anyone expected. Jealousy, betrayal, and a love triangle that might never have truly ended were hinted at by those close to Aaron's former partner. According to insiders, Aaron and his ex had not parted ways cleanly. There were unresolved emotions, lingering arguments, and secrets that had never been addressed. So when Aaron publicly started dating Teyana, a woman known for her independence and her complicated romantic history, his ex felt blindsided. She reportedly saw it as a personal affront, a slap in the face she couldn't ignore. At first, she tried to handle it quietly. She posted subtle captions and hints, nothing overt. But once the media began calling Aaron and Teyana the new power couple, something inside her seemed to snap. She went live on social media. Her voice shook, raw emotion spilling through every word, and there were no filters. While she didn't initially name names, it was clear exactly who she was referring to. She claimed Aaron had changed, that fame had made him distant and cold, and that he was chasing validation rather than genuine love. Then came the bombshell. He liked women who made him feel in control, who were easy to dominate. Strong women, she said, intimidated him, no matter what he pretended. Her live stream ended abruptly, but the impact was immediate. Teyana's name began trending again, not for her work or accomplishments, but for her private life. Every time she tried to move forward, something dragged her back into the chaos. This time, though, it felt different. People close to Teyana reported that she was furious after watching the live clip. She called Aaron, demanding to know if he had spoken with his ex recently. He denied it, but she didn't trust him. She had been in this industry long enough to notice patterns. The late-night calls, the sudden mood changes, the way he guarded his phone. Meanwhile, fans took sides online. Some argued that Teyana should have anticipated the complications of dating Aaron. Others accused his ex of seeking attention or stirring trouble. But then the story took a new turn. Screenshots surfaced, allegedly showing messages between Aaron and his former partner. They weren't overtly scandalous, but they carried emotional weight. Phrases like, "You'll always know me better than anyone," and "I miss when it was just us," suggested intimacy that didn't belong in a supposedly finished relationship. If authentic, they implied deeper issues than anyone realized. Teyana, who had already endured a painful public breakup with Amon Shumpert, refused to be caught off guard a second time. That night, she called a close friend, crying, frustrated, and feeling completely blindsided. She felt as though she had opened herself up again, only to be betrayed in the same familiar way. Public reactions made it worse. Some mocked her, suggesting it was karmic punishment for how she had moved on after her previous breakup. Others fiercely defended her, insisting that no one deserved public humiliation twice. While attention focused on Teyana, Aaron's ex was far from finished. A few days later, she shared what she claimed was evidence, a short audio clip. Though muffled, the voices were recognizable. Aaron was allegedly speaking to her, saying things like, "You know, I still care about you," and commenting on his relationship with Teyana as complicated. The clip immediately went viral. Fans replayed it, slowed it down, scrutinized every word, and started crafting their narrative. Aaron Pierre, the good guy, might not be so good after all. Teyana, on the other hand, remained silent. She made no posts, told no stories, and did not comment publicly. Her quiet only fueled curiosity. People speculated endlessly, interpreting her absence as confirmation of the rumors. Insiders revealed she stopped answering calls for several days. She needed space to breathe and process. After fighting countless public battles, this one felt intensely personal. Behind the fame and cameras, her greatest fear wasn't heartbreak, it was humiliation. She had endured it before, having trusted someone who made her appear foolish in front of the world. And now history seemed to be repeating itself. The situation became even more chaotic when Boozy, another public figure, jumped in. He went live joking about Aaron being caught between two women. Some fans laughed, others saw it as disrespectful. Teyana's family reportedly reached out, urging her to remain calm and let the drama subside. But her continued silence seemed suspicious to the public. Rumors circulated that she had kicked Aaron out, though no one could confirm it. Paparazzi images showed her leaving a studio, head down, eyes puffy, avoiding the cameras entirely. Aaron attempted to handle the backlash with a cryptic post. "You can't heal when everyone's watching." While it sounded reflective, many fans found it tone-deaf. People criticized him for failing to protect Teyana publicly, for letting his ex humiliate her, and for not taking responsibility. The story, which had begun as a small rumor, had now grown into a tangled web of accusations, heartbreak, and public scrutiny. Every move by anyone involved was dissected and debated. And just when it seemed like things couldn't escalate further, the narrative took yet another unexpected turn. Everyone was left wondering, what would happen next in a story that had already captivated so many, fueled by love, jealousy, and a very public drama that refused to fade quietly into the background? It was clear that this was only the beginning, and that the saga between Aaron, Teyana, and his ex would continue to dominate social media and headlines for some time to come. Aaron's ex went live again, but this time it wasn't calm or controlled. Her voice shook, tears streaming down her face, as anger and frustration mixed with raw emotion. She admitted she regretted how far things had gone, and said she never anticipated the backlash her first video caused. According to her, Aaron reached out afterward, begging her to stop. Then she dropped a line that made everyone's jaws drop. "He told me he still loves me." The comment sections erupted instantly. Fans tagged Teyana, demanding answers, offering advice, and pleading with her not to let herself be hurt. Messages like, "Girl, leave him. You deserve better," and "How many times will you let a man play you like this?" flooded in. But even as people reacted strongly, something about the live broadcast didn't sit right. The tears and the tone felt exaggerated, almost performative. Within hours, eagle-eyed viewers began pointing out inconsistencies. Old posts, edited clips, and voiceovers were being shared, showing moments that didn't match her story. Some insiders claimed Aaron's ex might have been paid to stir the drama. Fingers were pointed at blogs, PR teams, and even possible publicity stunts. No one could confirm it, but speculation spread like wildfire. Despite the uncertainty, the damage had already been done. Aaron's carefully crafted image was chipped, and Teyana found herself facing more than just relationship drama. This was about respect, privacy, and trust. Sources close to her said she was exhausted by her name being used for clicks and chaos. All she had wanted was peace, time with her kids, focus on her career, and a chance to move forward. But somehow, every man she had loved seemed to bring storms into her life. A few days later, Teyana broke her silence. Not with a long statement, not with an interview or a social media post meant to explain herself, but with a single, simple story. Truth always reveals itself. That one sentence spoke volumes. Fans flooded her with messages of support, encouraging her to stay strong. At the same time, many began turning on Aaron, calling him manipulative and fake. His social media fell silent. No posts, no stories, no interviews, just quiet. Yet in that silence, public perception shifted. The once private, enigmatic actor now appeared as someone carrying baggage, someone whose image could crack under scrutiny. In the midst of all the chaos, Teyana remained unbroken. She didn't go live to defend herself. She didn't launch attacks. She let her silence do the talking. In a world so full of noise, it was a gesture louder than any words could be. The grace with which she handled the situation earned respect. People rooted for her, because she was human. She loved fiercely, forgave too much, and even when life tested her repeatedly, she continued to show up with dignity and poise. Aaron, meanwhile, tried to recover. He attended events alone, smiling at cameras, fielding questions as if nothing had happened. But those who saw him close up noticed a change. The confidence that once defined him seemed muted. It was clear that in the entertainment world, no image remains untarnished for long, and the realization seemed to weigh on him heavily. Aaron's ex, on the other hand, faded from the spotlight almost as quickly as she had appeared. Sympathy turned into ridicule. People accused her of fabricating the entire story for attention, and some even claimed the audio clip was fake. By that point, though, it didn't matter who was telling the truth. The damage had been done, to her credibility, to Aaron's reputation, and to Teyana's sense of security. This kind of drama has no real winners. Everyone loses something. Teyana lost a piece of the peace she had been trying to protect. Aaron lost the mysterious charm that made him appealing. And his ex lost whatever credibility she had hoped would revive her fame. But through it all, Teyana didn't break. She didn't lash out. She didn't let the situation define her. Instead, she showed resilience, proving that sometimes the strongest response is silence, the kind of quiet strength that earns admiration without a single word. The saga left a clear message. In life, truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how carefully someone tries to hide it. In Hollywood, that truth doesn't just uncover secrets, it defines reputations, shifts perceptions, and changes the way people are remembered. And Teyana's story reminded everyone that even in the midst of chaos, grace, patience, and self-respect are worth more than any viral moment or trending headline.